Everybody, raise your voice. You got a simple choice. If you want to join for JSCRT and TV and keep it there, you won't ever be another bit joy. And make some noise. Some noise. Make 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 some noise. You want to sleep at Pino Palm? We'll make some noise. Good afternoon, everyone. Today we will be making a pineapple and pumpkin pie. This is a mixture of the classic Guyanese pine tart mixed with the American traditions of a Thanksgiving pumpkin pie to bring those tastes that you'll love and cherish for generations. To prepare, first, you take seemingly 4 ounces of pumpkin, freshly cut or defrosted. If defrosted, please leave to, if frozen, please leave to defrost until half defrosted, then come back. But if it is freshly cut, take it and place it into a saucepan. Alright, so now that it's in the saucepan, we turn the heat on to low. Add a bit of water so it can simmer and not burn. Okay, so now that we have the pumpkin our way, just gonna leave this until tender. Alright, so now that the pumpkin is tender, we turn off the heat and remove the pumpkin. Wait until the pumpkin cools to place it into a blender cup. Now that the pumpkin is cooled, we'll take it and place it into this blender cup. After draining out the remaining water, of course. Okay, so now that the water has been dried out of the pumpkin, we'll now transfer it to the blender cup. What you also need to add to this is a pinch of salt, some cinnamon for spice, so the pineapple's gonna nutmeg, milk, using a tablespoon of milk powder. And since we're out of egg right now, some flour to thicken. I'm normally supposed to use egg. And then you shake it up. You know, so you can mix up the water and milk powder. Okay, so now you place this onto the blender machine and you blend it until it's fully mixed, or until the pumpkin has fully dissolved in the liquid. This is how your filling should look, or better. Okay, so now we take this and pour it into a pot. Use a spatula to scrape out the extra remains. So with that done, we turn the heat on, and let it boil for a minimum heat until it thickens, or until the flour coagulates. stirring repeatedly. Okay, so now that our filling is done, all we have to do is make the crust. In a bowl, you add 2 cups of flour, Hold on a sec. So this is 1 cup. And this is 2 cups. Also need to add to this a teaspoon of salt, you add to this, that's the teaspoon, a shake of baking powder, before mixing it all up with the fork. John. It's like how you do the flouring for fried chicken or fried fish, but this time it's for pastry crust. If you wish to have a sweeter crust, add a 1/4 cup of sugar, or a half, whatever you desire. And some cinnamon. Here's cinnamon here. Or mixing again. I've used all-purpose flour instead of whole wheat flour because if you use whole wheat flour, the dough tends to stick or not keep its form. This is why white flour is recommended for making pastry crusts. That's true. Now for the wetter part. Starting off, we'll use a half cup oil. A fourth cup water. And a half teaspoon of vinegar. Pour mixing again with the fork until it's all well combined into a nice firm dough. Make sure to mix thoroughly and make sure all the flour gets in. Time for me to get my hands dirty, I guess. There, the dough's mixed. And sergeant before. Now all we have to do is put this in the freezer and chill. First, we must take the dough and form it into a ball. Before rolling it up in parchment paper, or placing in the freezer. Leave it for at least an hour to chill and harden. We'll be right back, folks. Me falling asleep before the 1 hour timer is out. The timer. Memories and dreams of the pie. Okay, so accidentally I left this dough here in the fridge too long. Fell asleep while it was hardening. So after letting it defrost for a while, well, now this is for everyone who didn't fall asleep during the hour. When the hour is up, take your dough out of the fridge. Pull out a glass board for pastry crust to roll out the dough on, as well as a rolling pin. Sprinkle some flour onto the board as well as the rolling pin to avoid sticking. Place the dough on the board and flour both sides. The fact I put it on this cloth was so I could wipe my hands off. Then you proceed to roll out until thin enough or wide enough for your pie pan to cover it and still have space left. Okay, so with the rolling out of the way, take your pie pan and place it onto the dough. You take your knife and cut around the pie pan. This is to ensure that the crust is not too big or too small. Nobody likes to reform the crust. Not even me. After pressing down the dough, it's time to fill up the pie. Okay, so here's our pumpkin filling here. And here's the pineapple filling, made from cinnamon, sugar, and pineapple that has been boiled down to a jam. So layer, first you take the pumpkin here, and layer it into the pie crust. Make sure to spread out evenly so the pineapple will have enough space. Then you take this pineapple and layer it on as well. Okay, now with this pumpkin and pineapple pie layer, you can either decide to layer on some butter for extra flavor, or just put it in the oven to bake. Okay, so now you take this pie with your oven at 450 Fahrenheit, your oven at turbo. You take it and place it in the oven for about 40 minutes or until the crust is golden brown. See you then. And here it is, the final product. A pie that both Guyanese and Americans will enjoy and savor. Allow it to cool down after taking it out of the oven before serving. See y'all next time. I hope you liked the video. do 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 do